So I'm going to try and do that as well. So go live. So you can be with me as I'm doing this and testing it out. Aha, it looks like we're live. Welcome to those of you that will be watching on YouTube. And excited to have you here and just join me to talk about whatever. I've also got Periscope going on live. So now you both know. Periscopers know that I'm on YouTube. YouTubers know that I'm on Periscope. So what do you want to talk about? You know, there's so much going on in the news, and I did mention that it's Khmer New Year. It's the third day of Khmer New Year. I actually need to see about sharing this live stream to other things as well, because it shows me how to do that. Share your live stream on social media. Where was that? Shows me how to do that. Stream options, link. Okay, using the share tool. No. Darn. I read it somewhere, how to do that. Oh, well. Oh, wait, there's a share button. Ooh, look. Say, join me. And put the link and post it. And I've got my personal page, which has a lot more followers than the Lady Miriam page. So I'll put it on both. Join me. There it is. So I don't hear alerts or people sending me messages on Facebook, because that could be distracting. Post. And post a live stream. YouTube. Let's see, use my YouTube live. Oh, this is fun. I'm learning it. Okay. I've lost the Periscope people. They're not with me anymore. Paste the live stream URL. Okay. Did it. Post required. Write like there's no tomorrow. Hey, hey, hey. My first live stream on Patreon. Add up to 5 tags. I'm not going to bother with that right now. Patrons only. No, let's make it public. Because I just started with Patreon. Oh, hello, one person that's joined and giving me hearts. Hi. And I need to pop over. Let's see, as soon as I get this to schedule. I don't want to schedule. I just want to go live, publish now. Okay. So I think we've got everybody done that we need to do. I'm also on Gab, but I'm not going to worry about Gab right now. So let's see if there's anything else I need to do. Patreon, publish now. Add a title to your post. Oh, oops. Well, I thought that. Okay, let me copy that and put it on the post title. Paste. No? Okay. Hey, hey, hey. My first live stream on Patreon. Everyone can watch. Ethnimisfate. Hello, green hearts. So I have purple and green hearts today. Excellent. Okay, the post was made on Facebook, so I am going to close the Facebook and go back over here to the YouTube chat. Okay, nobody's chatting, nobody's watching on Facebook. So Periscopers, what do you want to talk about? Anything? You want to talk about news, entertainment, culture? Mention the Khmer New Year. It's a 3-day holiday. It's a public holiday. Public holidays that have that fall on a Sunday get a day added in the next week. So this year, Khmer New Year is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and so because of the Sunday, we add Tuesday. So we get four days this year for Khmer New Year, and a lot of people go. Everybody leaves Phnom Penh. Okay, so I love it in Phnom Penh. There's no traffic. A lot of shops are closed, but that's okay. There's enough things open if you need anything. Otherwise, it used to be. I've been here 11 years. Hello, W. Rawlease too. Yellow hearts, thank you. And I've been here 11 years, and so it used to be that like you needed to stock up with whatever you needed before the first day of Khmer New Year, because everything would be closed and there would be no way to buy food or toilet paper or whatever, right? But now there's enough things that are open, enough places. You don't need to worry about it. If you need something, you can get it. So just enjoy the peace and the quiet. So the reason people leave is because they're going to visit their family in whichever province that they came from, because of the 2.5 or 3 million people that live in Phnom Penh now, very few of them are actually from Phnom Penh. Their families all came from some other province in the country. Provinces are like states, and so they all go home to visit their family, and it doesn't have to be immediate family. It can be extended family, and they all go. And there's games. There's like these cute country games, kind of like what's the one with the like? Well, they do like a piñata thing, only they use a clay pot, and I think it's filled with baby powder or something. And so everybody's swinging at the clay pot, blindfolded, just like you would with the piñata. But instead of candy, if you break the pot, you get baby powder falling all over you. So that's one thing that they do. And there's one where they take this seed that's like a polished stone about this big. I actually have one right over there. If you want just a moment, I'll get it because it's really cool. I take that back. I thought it was on a particular shelf, but it wasn't where I thought it was. Hello, 5 people. So, like, I quite frankly, I can just keep talking. It's not a problem for me. But it's more fun if we interact with each other. Tell me where you're from, what the weather's like, whatever's going on. Anyway, the game with the stone, well, it looks like a stone, but it's really like this polished seed or a pit from something, some kind of fruit or nut, or I don't know. And they kick it around, you know, kind of like not like soccer, but I don't know, they kick it around and you get some kind of points for like reaching a certain place, or maybe it's like horseshoes and you got to like kick it to a point, then get it like the closest kind of thing, or maybe it's like soccer and you got to get through a goal. I don't remember. I've never played it, but that's one of these traditional games that they play. And what else about Khmer New Year? Well, now the tradition, what people are doing, rather than visiting their family, a lot of the younger people go to Siem Reap. And there's like this huge festival in Siem Reap. Now, Siem Reap is the city where Angkor Wat is. And so people go up there and they do all these traditional games and have sticky rice and all these traditional things to do, but they do it all there as a big festival. So it's really crowded in Siem Reap, which for me is like not fun. I'd rather have the peace and quiet here. And but at there's also the traditional ceremonies with the king and the royal palace. And on each of the 3 days, there's ceremonies. The first day is welcoming the angel, the Theravada, that's riding a mythical bird that's kind of like a peacock. I've heard it described as a peacock. I wouldn't call it a peacock. I mean, I think it's more of a mythical bird. Uh, Maybe it's the Hung Mia or some kind of phoenix type of thing. Anyway, she's on a bird, and she comes from heaven to bring in the new year. And this year is the year of the dog. It's very similar to the Chinese New Year, but that happens at a different time. And this is based on the lunar calendar, and the Brahmin priests that are part of the royal priests are Brahmin priests, which in Brahmin basically just predates Buddha, because Buddha was like a person that was following Hinduism, right? And there's like three main gods of Hinduism. One of them is Brahman, and or Brahma, whatever. and so then Buddha was a person that achieved his enlightenment, and then people like follow Buddhism, the teachings of Buddha, the guy that achieved his enlightenment. Anyway, it was when Angkor Wat was built. That's one of the big deals about Angkor Wat, is when it changed, the national religion changed from Brahmanism to Buddhism. But the royal priests are still Brahmin. And they're the ones that like look at the stars and the lunar calendars and all this kind of stuff and set the dates for these particular holidays, including Khmer New Year. So anyway, yeah, the first one, there's like this big long table set up, and at the end of the table is some like Buddha statues, and there's candles, and the big long table has all these special trays that have fruits and offerings and things like this, lots of flowers, and then they light the candles and everything. There's chanting and there's things like that. And that happens in the throne hall at the royal palace in Phnom Penh. And then on the second day is the water blessings of the monks. And so the king now this involves the Buddhist monks. There's two main Buddhist sects, SECTS, sects in Cambodia. And one is led by a monk at Wat Onolom, and the other is led by a monk at Wat Pathom. Okay, so the two main monks are there, and the king comes out, and they do blessings. Again, there's a smaller table with some Buddhist statues, and the king anoints them with perfume and puts flowers, these little jasmine flowers called malice, anoints these statues, and there's some chanting that goes on. And then there's a special area outside of the throne hall that monks that have been chosen by the two head monks to receive the water blessing. So they're in line and they're ready. And first the king, the Brahmin priests hand the water, like there's a big bowl that's got the perfume and jasmine flowers, everything in this blessed water. And they've got these special gold bowls, and the royal Brahmin priests dip the water, hand it to the king, and the king pours it on the monks. Actually, he lets them dip first, and then he pours the rest of it. 3 bowls. He does that 3 times, and after that, then so after the main monks that were part of the main ceremony have that done, then the line of the other monks come, and he does that for the king. Blesses them. It's almost like a baptism, a cleansing, and And then after that ceremony, then they go inside the throne hall to a special little enclave where the monks are waiting and there's some chanting and everything. And then the king presents them each with a gift. And then that's the end of the second day. And the third day is when it's the last day. It's inside the throne hall. And there's the shrine of Buddha statues um, that are there and set up. And again, the king does perfume and the Malise jasmine flowers. And then after that, let's see, then all the guests all take their turns repeating the action, and then it's done. Pretty much. It's pretty much. And then that's the 3 days of Khmer New Year. Three. Depends on which camera I'm looking at. Hey, Nia Gude joining on Periscope. Pink Hearts, thank you so much. Is there anything you'd like to talk about? I just went through the Khmer New Year and the rituals involved with the Khmer New Year. So that would be on replay if you wanted to listen to that. But if you want to talk about the news, entertainment, Syria, that I'm not happy with the situation in Syria myself. But where are you watching from with the pink hearts? Thank you so much for your pink hearts. And nobody's on YouTube, but maybe you guys will be watching on replay. So, well, I guess I can talk about Syria because that's just the thing that I was like watching about before I did this broadcast. And I'm not happy that we're there. I'm not happy about that. I don't, doesn't matter, Democrat, Republican, anything like that. The politics. Muhatep joined. Thank you. Yeah, all that politics, the partisan politics, it's like a sovereign country, and Assad is not a monster, and it's all fabricated, and it's not a good thing. And the fact that we're doing missiles over there, don't like that. That sounds like I don't know if you've been watching what's going on in India. That's another thing that's just like crazy, where an 8-year-old girl was raped, and the country is divided over like protecting the rapists and whether they should punish them or let them go. I mean, 8 years old, come on. Gang rape for 3 days and then murdered. It's just, and the police were in on it. So, the world and what's going on in the world is why I love living in Cambodia. There's not a lot of conflict here. I think there's some people that would disagree with me. Stoopbeck7. Hello, Stoopbeck7. I love your pink fuchsia color. It's nice. Thank you for your hearts. Yeah. Cambodia is really, I mean, for all the trouble and the genocide that they've been through, it's a very peaceful nation now. And there's a lot of people afraid that the elections in July are going to be like a lot of problems. I'm not afraid of that at all. I don't think there's going to be any problems. And yeah, there's really not as much poverty as NGOs, which are non-governmental organizations, which would basically in the US you would call charities. But they're like international charities, and they like to make it sound like things are really bad here so they can get more money and more funding. But it's not that bad on the ground, and there's not that there are poor people. There are poor people for sure, but it's not some kind of extreme poverty. It's kind of like, how do you define poverty? Really, is what it comes down to. Drink Gono 7. Alrighty, drink Gono. I don't Gideon Gono, Akira Gono. Mm. Mm. Could have some interesting implications if you but anyway, I don't see any kind of brand of anything anyway coming up when I search it. But yeah, how do you define poverty? Do you have to have a certain income level, or do you have to is poverty defined by not going to bed hungry? Because there's a lot of people that don't have luxuries, but they also don't go to bed hungry. So what is poverty? Different people have different definitions. I have a lower standard, so it would have to be pretty extreme for me to consider it poverty. But you don't want to comment on anything? What do you think, or where are you from? It'd be nice to interact with you, engage. Entertainment, anything interesting going on in entertainment? The latest movies? I don't know what's going on. I haven't been, besides I remember Black Panther came out, Red Sparrow's about to come out. Those are the only two movies I've heard about recently. Yeah. So, okay. This really was more of a technical test anyway. And I think I've got everything working. So I'm going to go, and we will end the stream. Goodbye, YouTube. And goodbye, Periscope.